is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. We begin with a developing story, a gas leak at a Broward County high school. It sent 5 people to the hospital, 4 people from the school and a firefighter. Chopper 4 was over Cypress Bay High School in Weston. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch is at the scene in Weston, and he spoke with fire officials about the incident.
There was some concern here at Cypress Bay High School as there was a suspected gas leak in the cafeteria. The city of Weston said people experienced some lightheadedness in the cafeteria. 4 of them are employees. 1 is a Broward Fire Rescue paramedic. They were taken to the Cleveland Clinic. The city says Broward Fire Rescue responded and crews found high carbon monoxide levels. All gas to the cafeteria was shut off and it was evacuated. 2 hazmat teams ventilated the building and carbon monoxide levels were reportedly low. Additional EMS units were called in and other patients were being evaluated. We heard from Broward Fire Rescue Battalion Chief Michael Kane.
There were no students inside the cafeteria at the time. Hazardous materials teams were requested to respond, and they did. They determined that there was a carbon monoxide leak occurring in or near the cafeteria. In an abundance of caution, the entire network of gas piping to the school was shut off.
The Broward school system initially told parents that their children were safe and there was no need for them to come to the school to pick them up, but we learned that there was instead an early release of the students. Coming up at 5 in just 1 hour, we'll have much more on the possible cause of this gas leak as we hear from the school superintendent and parents as well. In Weston, Peter Dinch, CBS News Miami.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look right now at downtown Miami, it's starting to dry out after another round of showers and storms across South Florida. And this weekend is going to be a mixed bag with sunshine at times. That's good news, but we will have to deal with those showers once again. Next Weather Chief Meteorologist and Hurricane Specialist Ivan Cabrera.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It will be kind of a mix here because I think we'll have plenty of dry time, but we're also going to have to deal with some showers and thunderstorms. But let's get through Friday evening first before we get into your Saturday and Sunday. Look at the temperatures. That has been the trend all week. We have fired early with our showers and storms with this pattern, and that has prevented us from staying into the 90s and triple digits for too long. The worst of the weather right now after a pretty good downpour across Broward and Miami-Dade is Key West, getting clobbered right now with heavy rainfall, a couple of lightning strikes here and there, the rest of the lower Keys. And then we've got this little batch that has moved off shore now just east of 1 here, and that is impacting with the upper Keys over the next 20 to 30 minutes. The rest of this evening, though, we'll see improving weather conditions. I think, the next couple of hours, still a chance of some showers, and as I showed you, there's some thunderstorms, but then things will begin to wind out. Overall, the weekend will look like this. Saturday and Sunday, both days, I think we'll have rain chances at 60% and temperatures into the upper 80s to around 90. The tropical air mass that's being bottled down here by this front is going to be with us throughout Saturday and Sunday, and that means that the showers and storms that develop will be capable of producing some heavy rain. So let's get rid of it on Next Weather Rain Tracker for tonight. By 11 o'clock, we are certainly good. In fact, I think by 8, 9, we're looking just fine. There's Saturday morning. Watch what happens as we head throughout the day. Southeast wind is still going to call the shots here, and a tropical wave to our south will continue to propagate that moisture on top of us, so the thunderstorms will be able to produce some locally heavy rain, but the east wind will continue pushing everything towards the west. So it's not all going to pile up across the Atlantic coast here. So we're looking better, I think, as opposed to a reverse wind, which would get us with the thunderstorms all day. So no washouts this weekend, but look at Sunday between noon and 2 o'clock. The winds are a little bit weaker here, so the chances for storms are remaining right along the metros here. So keep that in mind, but it's going to be on and off. It's not going to be an entire day event. So that's the way things are going. Nothing to worry about in the tropics. In fact, I think it's still looking good through Labor Day weekend. No activity. I mean, we're only a week away from the month of September here, so good news. There are the rain chances for tomorrow. Again, not going to rain every minute, but on and off pockets of showers and storms will continue through Saturday and heading into Sunday. And then for early next week, we'll begin to get the rain chances down as that wave moves out of the way. So more typical afternoon showers and storms, temperatures staying in the low 90s.
Ivan, thank you. And now to a safety alert. A detainee who escaped from the Krome Detention Center in South Miami-Dade almost 48 hours ago is still on the loose. The search for the suspect seems to have moved a bit south from Southwest 8th Street. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor tells us more about the search for the suspect.
At least 3 units drove on this service road normally used for power trucks. They went in that direction. Federal agents on board the vehicle. Now, we are about half a mile from Southwest 8th Street. This is Krome Avenue, and right there you see a black van that is also from more federal agents. Miami-Dade police said Thursday they are assisting U.S. Customs and Border Protection in the search for a detainee who escaped the detention center just off of Krome Avenue on Southwest 8th Street. Officers are warning the community about the dangerous men who has not been identified. Some in the area have been told that this man is slim, short, and Hispanic. But what crime did he commit and why is he labeled dangerous? It is still unknown. Coming up at 5 p.m., we talked to a business owner from the area who actually got additional information from federal agents. That will be in less than an hour. We are in Southwest Miami-Dade. Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
Yvonne, thank you. New details in the case of a mother accused of killing her 3-year-old twins. Charlene Alchemy appeared in court for the first time since her arrest. The 43-year-old pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of aggravated manslaughter of a child. Police say her twins were found unresponsive. It was in a van that she was driving on the I-95 ramp. This happened back in February in Northwest Miami-Dade. Investigators say Alchemy then jumped the railing. She fell several feet to the ground in a failed suicide attempt. She was taken to the hospital and eventually transferred to jail after recovering. The Democratic National Convention wrapped up in Chicago last night. Vice President Kamala Harris promised to be a president for all Americans as she accepted her party's nomination. In her acceptance speech, Harris laid out her policy vision for the nation and took on her opponent, former President Donald Trump. Harris is the first Black and South Asian woman to officially receive a major party's presidential nomination. CBS News Miami's Caroline Cummings has more from Chicago.
A historic night in Chicago as Vice President Kamala Harris accepted the 2024 Democratic nomination for president.
America, we are not going back.
Harris vowed to create an opportunity economy, push for a Middle East ceasefire deal, and revive the failed bipartisan immigration bill. The former California Attorney General also made her case against former President Donald Trump.
In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man. But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious.
The theme of the final day of the Democratic National Convention was For Our Future, with the focus on some key domestic issues.
We have a duty to care for our patriots who serve our nation.
From the military to gun violence.
Our losses do not weaken us. They strengthen our resolve.
There were also musical performances from the Chicks and Pink. Caroline Cummings, CBS News, Chicago.
When we come back, tonight's Mega Millions jackpot keeps growing. Could you be the next winner? How much is up for grabs and your chances of taking home that money? Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Now to a consumer alert. Some people are taking pampering their dogs to the next level. They're using expensive doggy perfumes, but some vets are warning dog owners about potential problems. CBS News Miami's Michael George takes a look.
I am fresh, irresistible, clean.
This is an actual ad for perfume for dogs.
Pepe, the new alcohol-free fragrance mist for dogs.
This $108 a bottle designer fragrance from Italian luxury fashion house Dolce & Gabbana is one of several pet perfumes on the market. And this Italian dog groomer likes the idea. A little dog at home on the couch next to us with a perfume is always pleasant, he says.
Hi.
But it doesn't pass the smell test with some veterinarians. Doctor, are pet perfumes safe?
So we do worry that they can irritate the skin. Any topical product can.
Dr. Sandra Fay is president of the American Veterinary Medical Association. She says perfumes could mask a potential medical issue.
It could cover up some odors that are important for us to detect. Perfect example, my dog has allergies and it manifests as an ear infection. And really the first thing that I notice is his ear smell.
She says these products could also interfere with the dog's sensitive sense of smell. Dolce & Gabbana says Fefay is safety tested and certified by Italy's Safe Pet Cosmetics organization. Dr. Fay says it's worth talking with your vet first before trying any new products.
They are not necessary. It's really important that we put their health and well-being before our aesthetic needs. Sit.
If you want your dog to smell better, the easiest solution, she says, is to give them a bath. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Happening tomorrow as we near the peak of hurricane season. A second disaster sales tax holiday kicks off tomorrow until September 6th. On your screen are some of the items that you will be able to get tax-free. They include wet dog or cat food, $10 or less. Portable self-powered light sources, $40 or less. Certain radios, fuel tanks, and batteries, $50 or less. And portable generators, $3,000 or less. If you haven't bought your ticket yet, now might be the time to try your luck. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot has grown to an estimated $527 million. No one's won the big prize since June 4th, and only 2 people have won it this year. The odds, though, aren't great. You still have less than a 1 in 300 million chance of winning, but best of luck to you if you're playing. That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.